Hello and welcome to E-Magazine. I'm your host, Brenda Nyami Chabanao. Today is Trendy Friday, where we take a look at the trending topics that have been going on throughout the whole week. And the person joining me today to have this conversation is the one and only Andy Young, who's a DJ as well as a radio personality. Thank you so much for joining me, Andy.
Thanks for having me, Brenda.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's been a rough January. I'm glad we've come to the end.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Even
it's
me.
been
Like,
rough.
we actually need medals and clubs for making it this far
Yeah,
throughout January.
Yeah, we do.
Now let's just get right into the conversation. And the first topic we're looking at, of course, is the death of Kobe Bryant, which happened on Sunday. And, you know, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash in California on Sunday, along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. And he was one of the most extraordinary players in history of basketball who inspired people around the world to play the game. Bryant, who retired in 2016 after a 20-year career with LA Lakers, was a 5-time NBA champion. Champions was named on NBA All-Star 18 times. Now we're going to get to read some tweets that were, you know, posted by, you know, celebrities, NBA stars, dedicated to Kobe Bryant, and then we're going to jump into our conversation. Now, of course, the first one that a lot of people noticed was Dwayne Wade's tweet, which just basically said, "No, God, please, no." And, you know, when we just saw that, people were wondering what's going on. You know,
Yeah,
it was quite
exactly.
shocking.
Yeah.
And the next one was, of course, Barack Obama. And he said, "Kobe was a legend on the court and just getting started in what would have been just as meaningful a second act. To lose Gianna is even more heartbreaking to us as parents. Michelle and I send love and prayers to Vanessa and the entire Bryant family on an unthinkable day." It was quite shocking, actually. And the last thing we're going to show is Shaquille O'Neal, who says, "There's no words to express the pain I'm going through with this tragedy of losing my niece Gigi and my brother Kobe Bryant. I love you and you will be missed. My condolences goes out to the Bryant family and the families of those other passengers on board." I am sick right now in capital letters. Wow. So, Andy, when the news came out, what was your first thought that crossed your mind?
Okay, so I slept in early Sunday night, so
Yeah.
I didn't get the news
Until the next
before
morning.
I slept.
Wow.
So waking up following morning, switch off my alarm, and then there's a notification from a news outlet that I usually get every morning, and it had Kobe. So I'm struggling to see like Kobe Bryant. So I'm wondering, what's Kobe done? You know. Yeah. And then I opened my eyes, turned the lights on, and read the whole heading, and I'm like, yo, I hope this is a hoax.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
crash, you know, helicopter crash with his daughter and other passengers on board, and I'm like, this can't be real. This really can't be real. So I woke up, went through other news outlets, just corroboration, you know. I need to fact check, you know.
Yeah. How many did you check? I checked like almost 10, just to confirm.
I don't. I didn't have time to check 10. You know, 4 for me.
Yeah.
4 for me. 4 outlets. Then I was devastated.
I was the complete opposite for you because I got the news just when I'm about to go to sleep. So
oh man.
I'm checking my social media platforms,
Yeah.
you know, just, you know, to snoop before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And I saw the news, I'm like, no way. Because for me, I got it first from TMZ. TMZ is the first person who reported the news.
Oh.
So I'm like, TMZ, nah, let me go confirm somewhere else. Then that's
Yeah.
when more information started coming out each and every second. So for me, I went to bed like shocked. Waking up in the morning, I'm thinking, okay, was I dreaming? Was that a lie? Then obviously you come to the realization that it is what just happened. It's reality.
Yeah, man. Like I promise you, if I had seen that or those news before I had gone to sleep, I wouldn't have slept. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad I got the notification early in the morning. Like, let me have a rough day, not a rough night. Let me not to say I didn't have rough nights after that, but as a basketball fan, I was crushed. I was devastated. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a basketball fan. You also play basketball.
I played basketball. Yeah.
I'm sure you followed Kobe Bryant's journey from the beginning to,
yes, I
you know,
did.
of course, the end.
Yeah,
what are some of the lessons you took from Kobe Bryant as a person, also, you know, in the game itself?
You can bear me witness. Most of the people who've talked about Kobe Bryant, from celebrities to family, there's one consistent thing that they've all been talking about. He was the hardest worker in the room. Kobe was a very smart person, and he knew that I wouldn't just be, you know, the person that I wanted to be if I'm average. You know, if guys come to practice at 6 a.m., I'm in the gym at 4 a.m. shooting hoops. You know, if guys leave the court at 6 p.m., I'm in the court until maybe 9 p.m. shooting hoops. Need to get on top of my game.
Yeah.
And just like that, he became one of the most phenomenal players ever. That's why you find someone who didn't know much about Kobe Bryant being affected. They have zero relationships at all.
Yes.
But you feel some type of way because man passed away, you know, with his daughter. But why would that happen? That's the kind of impact Kobe Bryant had. Like it transcended globally. So that's one thing I really look up to Kobe for, you know.
Yes,
like he touched everyone
he was
at a different level.
Just basketball.
It was beyond basketball. Like he was a mentor and he was a father to many.
Yes.
Not just guys who came in later in the NBA, you know, but even outside, like mentorship programs, you know, his foundation and all that.
It was crazy.
He was immortalized.
I mean, you've said so much about Kobe because I even just wanted to get from your personal opinion, what you think made Kobe the NBA star of all time. You know, a lot of people, especially those people who are not conversant with basketball as a whole, what does it even mean to be an NBA star?
Oh, I won't lie. I started playing basketball in high school, and the more you fall in love with the game, you can only dream of playing in the NBA. Though you know how much work it takes, you know the kind of talent that it takes, the kind of talent it requires. So it's a dream to many basketball players. And the fact that not so many people can achieve that dream makes it even more, it's been romanticized, you know, like I have to work like crazy
10 times,
to make 10 times.
times.
Yes, I have to be the hardest worker in the room, you know. I can't be sleeping, I can't just be moving the same way everybody else is moving. I want to be different, I have to move different. So being in the NBA, when I started playing college basketball, that's when you see these things being realized, you know.
Yes.
And it starts at a very basic level. The leagues that you guys play in university or in high school, there's coaches everywhere. There's guys who do poaching, even from the D leagues in the States. Universities that want to get guys from schools who are mad talented right here in Africa. So if you work as hard as you can where you are at with everything that you have, then trust me, nothing is impossible. I've seen guys go play in the... Someone I played with in high school is in the NBA right now.
Wow.
You know, yeah, they might be
I'm
tall.
happy you highlighted that because,
especially
for those who see basketball from the outside, not the inside, not knowing what exactly is happening there, we always just assume when you talk about NBA, it's just based in the States. They only put, you know, around Europe, States, Africa, not so much. And if it is Africa, it's like 1 in a million chance.
Yes, it is, because what are we exposed to, you know? And look at where the NBA is. It's based in the States, you know. So by the time they come poach someone from a different continent, you know, be it Africa, be it Europe, you know, or Asia, they've really gone all the way out. Why? Because there's talent everywhere. You can't just focus on home. Yes, these guys have a higher chance. And by the way, being poached doesn't mean you're going to play in the NBA. Because you have to go through another school.
That you might have a chance.
You have a chance. Doesn't guarantee your spot in the NBA. Because once you guys go through the academy, because it's not just playing basketball on the court. You know, it's a very mental game. So mentally you have to be sober upstairs. So you have to go through a series of tests.
It's competitive.
It's mad competitive.
You might think you're super good in here. But when you go out there,
it's a
lot of people's dream to do.
You'd be like, you thought you were talented? No, no.
You get a clear rain check right there.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the loss of Kobe has it's impacted the whole world as a whole. And I want to bring it back to basketball. From where you're standing, what do you think the loss of Kobe will do for basketball moving forward? What kind of impact will it have on basketball?
Well, for starters, it's been a wake-up call to every basketball player, every basketball fan, every conglomerate that's been involved in the game. We are human beings at the end of the day. One of the best NBA players called Tracy McGrady, he used to stay with Kobe. They were very tight with Kobe Bryant. When he was talking about Kobe's death, he mentioned something that Kobe had said a while back. Kobe said that, this is before he got a family, before Vanessa and the kids came in. He said that he wanted to die young. He wanted to be immortalized. Power of words, He wanted to be immortalized. Why? Because he was at a place where he was being compared to the greats. Like Michael Jordan, you know, and that's a class of your own. You know, so once you've achieved that much, how much more can you achieve? You get me? So at the end of the day, Kobe is like a god in the world of basketball, in the world of the NBA.
He's up there.
He's all the way up there. Everybody pedestalized him, you know. And even that god any day, any time, can be taken away from you just like that.
Yeah, I felt like it was a wake-up call for a lot of people. Even celebrities were just tweeting, every single person.
Yes, it was.
You know, just remembering how precious it is to just be there with your loved ones. Because, you know, life is short. You just never know when your time
comes.
Time comes.
And Tracy McGrady also added that Kobe's mentality and approach to life changed after he got a family. Yeah. So he stopped talking about wanting to die young, having achieved all that. Being in the NBA for 20 years is no joke, you know. So some things are bigger than the game. Family is bigger than the game. At the end of the day, even Kobe's dad played in the NBA, you know. And one of the most important things he told Kobe Bryant was, I don't care, there's a season Kobe played throughout the whole season, did not score one basket. Didn't even get lucky, not even a lucky shot, a whole season. And the one thing his dad told him is, I still love you. End of the day. That's bigger than the game. And that's the lesson that I took home. Like, it doesn't really matter what field you're an expert in, or your expertise, or whether you're considered a god or a goddess, you know, in your line of work. I mean, you're still human at the end of the day, and there's things that are bigger than what you're doing.
It's great.
Larger than life.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Beautifully expressed, Andy. Now, looking back at the time, you know, Kobe played NBA for a very long time, you know, with legends such as Shaq. What has changed in NBA today? What's different from back then?
I was actually having a similar conversation with a few friends of mine 2 weeks ago. Back in the day, NBA used to be more about showmanship. It's not just scoring baskets. How do you score the basket, you know? And sadly, people used to focus on individual players. Michael Jordan, Scott Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Charles Barkley, Kobe Bryant. Kobe, that's where the Mamba mentality came from. Kobe used to carry a whole team by himself. How do you score 81 points by yourself in one game? By yourself,
a whole team.
How?
Quite crazy,
you know. Now, looking at the NBA right now, we have a lot of youngins who are mad talented, crazy talent, but it's become more of a team sport. It's not just about this one person carrying the team. It's not just about LeBron James, you know, putting down those baskets or dunking. How is he playing with his teammates? Is he elevating his teammates? Is he being a leader? You know, so it's become more of a team sport than one-man showmanship. That's the difference I can say in the game right now.
I guess that's one of the reasons why, you know, a lot of people just felt broken, like, you know, by this sudden news. It was quite, it's quite crazy.
I get you.
Now, you know, there's been talks about LeBron James being the GOAT. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
If you've been a basketball fan for a long time, there was a professional and a very healthy rivalry in the world of sports between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. He was either a Kobe fan or a LeBron James fan.
LeBron James can be both.
It's like if you look at the world of football right now, Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi. They're both great at what they do, but you have to pick a camp.
You have to pick one, man.
It's fun. It's fun for the game. And they subscribe to different schools of thought when it comes to how they play their game, you know. So LeBron James grew up watching Kobe Bryant. And wanting to be as good as Kobe Bryant.
As good as Kobe Bryant,
you know. Now, this is someone you're looking up to, and then a few years down the line, you're playing on the paint against the same man that you look up to. What are you going to do? You have to be on top of your game, because there's no way he's going to go easy on you just because
of course,
you're new.
No. It's a competition at the end of the day.
And so the whole confusion comes in when LeBron James now got traded to the very same team that Kobe Bryant played for. And that every other Lakers fan was like, okay, I really can't support LeBron James because of Kobe. Even after Kobe, the good thing is Kobe retired, you know, so it became more of a fun conversation to have rather than that actual sport rivalry, you know. And having him come to the Lakers was a big deal. And now I really feel for LeBron James, because he has a double task on his shoulders to be as good as he is by himself, to be his own man, and still carry on the legacy that Kobe Bryant left. It's going to be a very interesting and unique season, because we're like halfway into the season right now. you know. So the game is really going to evolve, and I'm excited to see how things are going to go right now. But I'd say everything happens for a reason, you know. Kobe did his thing, stepped out.
Yeah.
Now you have LeBron James, the lights on him.
Yeah.
He has to do his thing, he has to rep.
Yeah.
The pressure is real, I can guarantee.
I even tweeted like he's gonna keep doing this for Kobe. He's gonna make him proud,
like
so he watches over him.
He has to carry on the legacy. Like Kobe passed on the mantle, like he has to pick it up.
Yeah.
And keep
I
going.
think he'll do a pretty good job, honestly speaking.
He is doing an amazing job already.
Now, still on the death of Kobe Bryant, there's been a lot of backlash from the sneaker community.
Oh yeah.
On over profiting on the sneakers, of course. So some sneakerheads had a different way of remembering the athlete's legacy, because within minutes of first media reports of Bryant's death, a pair of Adidas Crazy 97 Kobe Bryant Slam Dunk contest shoes sold for $1,199, meaning that's a 600% increase over the previous sales 9 days earlier, which is quite crazy. Now, of course, Bryant signed his first sneakers contract actually with Adidas before his rookie season in 1996. I can't even mention, maybe that's the day some of us who are realizing what life is.
Yeah.
And, he's like most influential basketball players in the sneaker world, like Michael Jordan, Bryant has done the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, I just wanted to get your thoughts on this whole profiteering issue when it comes to, LeBron James, not LeBron, pardon me, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Is it the right time? Should we wait for the morning season to end time? What are your thoughts?
See, that's the question. Like, are they going to pay homage to Kobe Bryant, or is this about profiteering? That's the question. And it's not just Adidas. Like, just after Kobe had passed away, his Nike collection sold out.
Out just like that.
Just like that, And Nike had to come out and say that they had to put a stop on pushing Kobe's match, because it's too soon, and
it's too soon for it
would look like a PR stunt, like let's capitalize on the situation at hand. However much it's tragic,
that's very true,
we can benefit from it. So they pulled away from the whole conversation and decided, you know what, we can pick this up later. Let's show some respect to Vanessa and the whole Bryant Foundation
for this particular time.
Exactly, but that doesn't mean that other resale outlets are going to do the same.
Of course, yeah, 100%. It's only the some retail shoes. I'm even forgetting what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Some of this shoe retailers actually had to put a pause in terms of taking out products that have anything to do with Kobe Bryant, because there were a lot of research and people trying to buy these things, and then so they just want to take it out, not be part of that whole scandal in terms of profiteering from this whole situation of Kobe Bryant. And
you see, there's two camps over here. There is the resale companies and there is the fans.
Very true.
As a Kobe fan, I want to get the shoes, I want to get the jerseys, I want to get the hoodies, I want the merchandise. But they're looking at it at a whole different level, or from a different perspective. Like, yes, we understand that you are Kobe fans and you guys would like to get his merchandise to immortalize him the more, to remember him, to pay respect. But there's a certain way that we can go about it. So I'd say it has to be a place where you have to draw the line, between business and paying homage, between profiteering and actually showing some respect to Kobe Bryant. Yes, we can bring in his merchandise way later on, after the dust has settled, things have, things can't really go back to the way they are, but at a certain point, once you mark this threshold,
they will still make the profit.
Exactly.
It's Kobe Bryant, who doesn't want to, buy off sneakers by Kobe Bryant, in the name of his memory. Now, just because of time, I want to move on to the next topic, which of course is the TMZ being under scrutiny for its unethical treatment of the coverage of Kobe's death. Now, a lot of people did not like what TMZ did, in their opinion, because they were the first media outlet to give out the story, and people were asking the question, how fast were they with this information? Kobe Bryant's family probably didn't even know Kobe had passed away at that time. And I just wanted to, from, you're a journalist yourself, so from your perspective, I wanted to get to understand, where do you, draw the line when it comes to, giving out information as a media outlet as fast as you can?
I'd say digital media has really revolutionized the game versus, or if you put that against traditional media and traditional journalism, right now, there's a bunch of reporters who want to be the first to break the news.
Exactly.
And with that, they run the risk of putting out the wrong information out there. Yes, it's about business at the end of the day. They want to make their money. They want to be seen as the people who break news fast. That's their brand. That's who they want to be. And tabloids, celebrity, blog sites, and all that, they're very notorious for that. And pay-per-clicks, you know, very notorious for that. It was so hard to picture Vanessa Bryant learning about the death of her husband and her daughter from TMZ.
Yes.
Not even the police department.
TMZ. It's crazy.
TMZ, you know. And a lot of wrong information was given out at that point. That's why proper journalists took the time, you know, and other media outlets
because,
and
take
media
for
conglomerates.
example, sorry to interrupt, but
No
CNN,
worries,
I was waiting to get, I always look for CNN or BBC to get, you know, be like, confirm this information. And CNN posted the information 8 hours later.
Exactly. I got my first notification from CNN.
Exactly,
you know,
so when you woke up.
You check Washington Post, Daily Times, you know, BBC, and then I'm like, okay, there's a way they have presented it. And for journalists and for media houses, most of them were very wise about, they were like, we have had reports of this and this.
Yeah.
As a media house or as a whole conglomerate, we are working to investigate into this issue.
Very true.
We shall issue out a statement later on. Play it safe. Why? Because you haven't even got the official reports, even from the police department itself, you know. And I think that's how you'd go about it right now. It's not about, okay, let me just, I have this information, you know, it's not factual. I haven't corroborated. I've maybe interviewed 2-3 people.
So facts before everything else.
Facts before. This is journalism.
Yes.
This is media. You can't give up. You'll be sued. You're trying to make money. You're going to spend money.
Yeah. Well, Andy, our conversation is getting so heated up. I unfortunately have to cut you right there. We'll pause.
No worries.
We're going to take a short commercial break, but do not go anywhere. We have more topics for you. Remember, you're watching E! Magazine.